Looks like we're live. Man, oh man. I'm glad to be back. Okay, so welcome to Coffee with Riley, Season 2, Episode 2. And today we got a little bit to talk about, but first I want to run this awesome intro that I made especially for you. Awesome. So, how'd you like it? I hope you liked it. I hope it was great. Okay, so I've been spending all morning trying to get this thing going, and the one thing I'm slowly starting to realize this, it's not easy. You know, I think it's Gary Vee that talks about all the time, like, how come you guys aren't doing it yet? What's holding you back? Hold on a sec. Let me just plug in this other camera. Okay, and now we're gonna start recording on here. What's up? Hey. Okay, cool. So, I've been working on this probably for the last hour, trying to get things set up. I think I understand now why most people do all their recordings in one day. Okay, so, I'm gonna take these headphones off. It's been a wild couple of days. I think the last time I was on, I was talking about this JavaScript library, like website templating thing that I found that's called Gatsby, right? And Gatsby is super awesome, runs in JavaScript. It's great, works awesome. I like it. The big thing, though, that is kind of an issue, not really, is the fact that you got to code it all, right? All of it has to be coded. And the thing is if you're not a programmer or if you don't have a programmer on hand, then it gets kind of weird. Like this goddamn setup over here. And it gets hard, right? It gets like pretty hard pretty quickly. So I'm just trying to fix this. There we go. I got one of those wobbly camera tripods and it keeps adjusting on me and shit. Anyways, so it's a lot of legwork to get it going. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I completely think it's worth it. I definitely think that everybody should at least test it out. You know what I mean? But unless you know React, unless you're really good with React, you're not going to make anything really good with Gatsby. And so it's got a huge learning curve, right? And the thing is for me, it's about speed of implementation. So, yeah, it's great to make fancy things. I like impressing my clients and all that stuff too. But they have timelines, and they also don't want something that they don't understand, right? Because eventually the goal is that once you build it for them, they can manage it for themselves. So it took a little bit of finagling for me to figure out like what the hell I was doing, like how we would best serve people, right? And eventually, like literally over the weekend, I found this thing called what's it called? Odoo. It's https://odoo.com. We have no relationship with them. We are not sponsors, but pretty soon I do plan to be affiliated with them because of what they offer. So they're an open source ERP, and an ERP is an enterprise resource planning tool. So it's essentially all of your business backend. So if you're trying to do anything on a computer to do with your business, an ERP typically contains some form of that. And so I've had a bunch of clients that were asking for something similar to an ERP. And I thought I was going to have to make it because that's the way I just assumed that if it's not on the market, then you're going to have to make it. And if you're going to have to make it, that's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of legwork, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be a high cost of investment. Therefore, it's kind of out of reach right now. So let's see what we can do in the meantime. That's where I've been at a lot with a lot of my clients. And I'm over here like, you know, trying to build them websites and stuff and build back-end systems with automations that work and all this other type of crap. But the thing is it's already out there. So there's this thing called Odoo. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's foreign. And it used to be called Open ERP. So it's completely open source. They do sell certain modules on top of it. They do sell licensing and stuff like that. But in terms of like, if you want to get up and running right now, you can do it right now with Odoo. So the way we have it set up is we have a server on Google Cloud, and that's where we're running our tests out of. Right now, I have 3 different build outs I'm making for 3 different clients, including ourselves. 2 more on top of that. And so eventually what we're going to be doing, I have our programmer working on this right now, is we'll be configuring our own Odoo stack, right? And that's going to run on Kubernetes. So we're going to use Docker containers to configure it. And Kubernetes will give us the ability to horizontally scale it to manage all our traffic and stuff like that. So essentially what we're trying to do is build a cloud source enterprise resource planning tool that pretty much anybody can sign up on, get access to for a certain amount of money plus a setup fee and all this stuff. But the thing is we're not there yet. It's probably going to take another 3-4 months for us to get to that level, but we can start implementing these systems right away, because once you have the database, you can just take it and transfer it wherever you need it to. So we can build these databases on their own servers, and then when the time comes for us to run it, on shared hosting with Kubernetes, we can do it that way. So we're figuring things out, right? It's taken a little bit to pull all this stuff together, because the thing is like, nobody wants to share their secrets, right? And I understand, you know what I mean? But it makes the learning curve a little bit longer, makes gratification, those timelines are almost always getting extended. And but that's part of this process, so I've been doing this entrepreneur journey for almost over 2 years now. And the thing I realize is that, like, you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, you're gonna be uncomfortable all the time. Whether you're trying something new, whether you're telling somebody you can do something even though you can't, and you're gonna learn how to do it, which I've done more than once. Or you just you're learning something. It's almost always a new experience, right? And I appreciate it. I love it. I definitely wouldn't go back to a job. Not a job. I might take a career position. So, quick segue into that. Facebook started this. Facebook owns Oculus, right? They're building VR and all that type of stuff. So they started a career development program for veterans, and it's specifically for the Oculus engineering, so they're going to teach you how to work with the software, how to work with the hardware, and then they want you to go out and make stuff. And if you guys have been following me for a little bit, you know that the whole reason I got into this is because I'm into VR, right? So I didn't start learning how to market until I've started my so-called VR business, and that's when I started learning marketing, Facebook and stuff like that. So I got into this because I wanted to learn VR. There's another opportunity out there for me to do it, and we'll see how it goes. I applied. Most likely they'll be calling back. Still haven't decided if I'm going to take it yet. I'd have to move to San Francisco, but in terms of the agency, in terms of Iron Buffet, what I think about it is that it'll give me the pressure I need to develop systems that take me out of the loop. So I don't know who said it. A lot of people are saying it. You're the biggest bottleneck in your business. And so if you can build systems that exclude you, then that's actually a good thing. So for me, my ego, my mind gets wrapped up in this a lot, and I feel like it needs to be me. It's got to be me. I'm the fucking savior of the business world, right? And so I need to do all this stuff. But the thing is if you're the solutions guy, then you're also not the business guy, right? Because it's hard to do solutions, to give awesome solutions and do business at the same time. That's why people work business development, and then they have people that implement. So the thing is for me, what I needed to understand is how to do it, right? Because I can't lead people. I can't tell them what to do if I don't understand how to do it. So now, we got this Odoo set up. We're building it out for ourselves, and we're putting like our job listings up there, and now I understand like what our process is. And so the thing for me, like the main point I guess I want to get across is like, especially for new people that are just getting started, like you're not going to know what you're doing for a long time. And that's the thing is like, that's why most people quit, is because they feel like they're doing it wrong, right? But there's no right way to do it. So the only right way to do it is what fills up your bank account and what fills up your heart, right? So if you're happy doing what you're doing, then it's eventually, unless you're an idiot, it's going to turn into something, whether it turns into a relationship, an opportunity, it doesn't really matter. But you got to keep pushing, right? And so for me, that's what I just tell myself every day. And as long as I'm not getting kicked out of my apartment, kicked out of my house, as long as nobody's breaking down the door, I'm good. That like, it's just the way it works. It's not about the flashy cars or anything like that. It's about building something real that can support not only you but the people you care about, right? So the people that work for you, your family, you know what I mean? But it's more than that. It's the main reason I like doing this marketing thing is because you're not just helping yourself. You're literally getting sales, generating revenue for oftentimes local businesses. And these guys are like, they know you, they're from the community, and you're bringing revenue into the community. And so that's doing nothing but stimulating the local economy. And so like, I believe that it's kind of our purpose, especially if you're a marketer watching this, to really like understand how to get results, because most business owners don't know how to sell. They don't know how to get money in. They only know how to spend money. They can probably do what they're doing, but it's hard for that. Like they get traffic by word of mouth. You know what I mean? So it's up to us to teach them how to go out and get sales, how to get customers, how to get people that want what they're doing, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. But the thing is in order to teach other people, in order to like tell somebody, hey, this is what you should be doing, you should probably do it yourself, and then you should probably like already have been getting results at that point. And so that's where I'm at right now, especially if you want to charge them for it. So we are at a point where we had to raise our prices because it was too many people that were interested, and so we were trying to limit the amount, because it's only a couple of us, right, that are doing it. And so we're at a point now where it's like, we have our systems, they're ready, and it's going to take a couple more weeks to build them out, but I believe that we'll be ready to scale up pretty soon. And I think, especially if you're watching this, like, and you've been watching me for a while, you're going to see a lot of things different pretty soon. And not just with Hammer Sport, with the Iron Buffet too. Iron Buffet it's a secret that I haven't really been talking about too much, mostly because I want that to speak for itself. I'm the CMO of it, but I don't want to make it about me, right? So when you see Iron Buffet, you understand that's me doing that, but I'm not going to pitch it directly to you. I don't need to. So that's how good it is. You know what I mean? And we're every day we're making it a little better, making a few tweaks here, making a few tweaks there. And that's coming real quick. So the thing is for that's going to be, we're not going to start paid, like real paid until like January 1st. So if you've been visiting us, you may see us retargeting with very low budget. But that's going to be a killer deal. Like the way we set it up, how we're launching it, it's going to be too easy. When we're finally ready, which I think might be by the end of this week. So, and then we got this whole group strategy. Honestly, I'm not going to cover that on this right now, because I'd like to go live on my marketing channel and discuss that, because it's a strategy that I don't think many people are taking advantage of. And first of all, I don't even think anybody really knows about it, right? But essentially what we're doing is influencer marketing for groups. Like, let's just put it that way. So we're making relationships with group owners just like we would make relationship with influencers. And the audiences are almost the same. I think it's a little better, honestly. So Facebook gave us some really cool group features in terms of like analytics and as the owner. So I'll be making some videos on that later on, probably today. But yeah, that's all I got. I just wanted to come on and tell you guys what's up. Like it's hard for me to keep in touch, especially if for the ones that love me, the ones that the people I love. It's hard for me to keep in touch with you and still deliver the results that I'm responsible for delivering for my clients and continue to build a business as well as support myself. It just gets hard and complicated. So I'm gonna put it like this: anytime I have a message to put out, anytime I'm trying to get in touch with somebody or let you know what's up in my life, it's gonna be on here. Okay. I like the personal conversations, but it's hard for me to continue them every day. You know what I mean? And keep them going because I'm trying to get stuff done. So I'll be on here probably once or twice a week to let you know what the hell is going on. And if you're interested, tune in. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to try and keep these under 20 minutes because, when it's just you, it's kind of hard to keep pushing. Even though Bill Burr does it pretty good. Anyways, that's it. And I love you guys. I'll see you next week. And bye.